When I'm talking about religious traditions, I'm referring to Judeo-Christian principles. Now, Judeo-Christian principles are the religious beliefs held in common by Judaism and Christianity, hence the name Judeo-Christian. And some of these principles are 1, liberty, 2, equality, and 3, individual worth and responsibility. Remember, we're looking for things that are in common. And you can really see some common themes between the book of Leviticus, part of the Torah, some of the first 5 books of the Old Testament, and the Declaration of Independence. Let's take a look at Leviticus chapter 19, verse 15 first. Read along with me. It says, "You shall not render an unjust judgment. You shall not be partial to the poor, or defer to the great. With justice you shall judge your neighbor." Now, keep that underlined portion in mind. Now let's jump over here to the Declaration of Independence, where it says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Now, I underlined 2 parts. Can you spot the commonality between them? Well, the Declaration of Independence talks about all men are created equal, and they should be treated equally. But take a look at Leviticus over here. "You shall not be partial to the poor or defer to the great." You shouldn't treat them differently based on if they're poor or if they're great. You should treat them equally. You can see the commonality between the Judeo-Christian principles and our government. Another influence of Judeo-Christian principles are the 10 Commandments. Here you can see Moses receiving the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai. Now, these are a list of rules for living and worship, and many believe that these are the basic principles that should help govern human behavior. Now, the first 5 of the 10 Commandments discuss the relationship of people and God, but the second 5, describe the relationships among people. And those are the ones we want to look at today, because you can see the commonality between the 10 Commandments and the law today. For example, you shall not kill. That's one of our laws. You shall not steal. Again, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. This is referring to perjury, where if you're in the court of law and you have to witness against someone or testify, you cannot lie when you're in a court of law. So the big takeaway here is that you can really see the influence of these Judeo-Christian principles in our government and our law.